Welcome back to Saturday Craft and making our AI dog. First things first, I wanted to show you what I did from last week. I have attached the neck and chest piece and I have stuffed it. So if you turn it this way, that way, you can see, I'm trying to do it, the line goes down. Let's tilt it up this way. And you can see the shaping that we got, so it looks like the rounded shape, and then when something's in this pocket, that'll help too. And that worked out really well. If you look here, it's only a little bit bulgy going down, so that's not too bad as well. Other thing I did, I decided with the tail, let's get it under the camera, I folded the wire in half, and I think I'm quite happy with that length. So let's measure how long that ended up being. That ended up being around 12 centimeters. And with the 4 strands of wire, I think it'll be strong enough. I will just get a pair of pliers and make that end a bit more of a point. And I'll work out the patterning for the tail. So that's what I got done since last time. Other thing I wanted to show you quickly before we start is I made myself one of these. You might have seen these online. And I'm working towards doing a video showing you how to make your own and how to use them. I have been practicing. If you have an automatic knitter already, iCord maker, that's fine. But this is just a little bit of fun stuff to do stuff with. So when I get better at that, we'll do a video on that. So what you'll need to make the head for the dog, which is this one here, is you will need some black, which I used this one, and you will need your body color. You will also need some of your darker secondary color, not much, just a little bit, and you will need some eyes. I've used safety eyes. I got some more here so we can measure them so you know what size I used. So these ones are 15 mil, and these are like an amber brown background. And you know that when you get coloured eyes, you can use nail polish remover on the back and then paint them the colour you want, as long as you let them dry before you use them. So that's an easy way to change colour on eyes. I've done it for dragons. Yeah, so that's all we need for this, plus stuffing. So that you can see what I'm doing, I'm going to use the green again, and I'm going to use the brown as the nose piece so that you'll be able to see what I'm doing, but you use the black. We will also need to retain a bit of black to do the mouth. We're not going to do the soft sculpturing. We will just make the head today. The soft sculpturing will be done when we've got the ears, because we'll hide the ends of the soft sculpturing under the ears. It'll bring the eyes in a bit, and it will make it look more like a dog. So that being said, let's get started. We need to start with the dark color. Now, which end is out? It is that one there. Of course, both ends come, always. So, and we need our pen. Get them out the way, don't need those. I've got it all written down here, but that's my chalk scratchings. You won't be able to read this. So I'm going to start over here because we're going to need a bit of space. So this is the head. And for number 1, we need to chain 4 and single crochet in second chain from hook, and then we want to single crochet, and we want to put 3 single crochets in last chain. Now after that we want to turn, but we're working on the other side of the chain, so we're not turning it over, we're turning to work on the other side of the chain. So we turn work and single crochet in next. So that's 1 single crochet, then 2 single crochet in last stitch. So that should give you 8 single crochets and the 1 chain, which would be, where's our 1 chain? Ah, right, so the 1 chain is back here. We're chaining for, we're in the 2nd chain, so the first one is the 1 chain. Right, so that's what we're going to do first. And we'll put a mark on here so I don't tell you to do it twice. We get our hook. We are still using the 4mm that we've used throughout for the dog. So start with a slip knot. I'll try not to wobble the screen too much. 1, 2, and 3. Now, oh, we want 4, don't we? What you can do, and I might show you, because sometimes when you work both sides of the chain, it gets a bit holy. So what I do sometimes is I get myself a longer tail and then I use them together. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we don't want the rest of that. We only wanted that for the beginning part. Get it out. So that was our 4. Now we're in the 2nd chain from the hook and we're going to single crochet there. And then we want 1 in the next one. So we want to put in a stitch marker here. Because we're going to be working in a spiral, you need to know where your first stitch is. So we're going to put that on the first one. Right, now we will put 3 single crochets in the end stitch. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to do 2 here, and then I'm going to jump the bump. Hang on, make sure we get, yep, so, and then 1 here, and then 1 in the next. This is where we're at over here. Single crochet in the next. And then we want 2, and get through in the right place, yes, 2 in the last. So that's 1 and 2. So we should have 8. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We do have 8. Now this little string here could get annoying. Actually, I'm going to use my, check out my tiny scissors. And they're cute. And pop, little tiny snips. So I'm just going to go like this, because this is, basically this is amigurumi. You don't need to weave your ends in, which is lovely. Because you're going to stuff it. But doing this also, you see there's one little hole there, but it's not too bad hole-wise. So that's our first row done. And we have it correct. So we're going to begin this as a spiral. So our next stitch will be going straight into the marked stitch. That's how we make it a spiral. We don't join with a slip stitch. We don't chain 1. So the next thing we have to do is, right, 2. And our next one, we need SC increase. Then we want single crochet on its own. Then we want 2 SC increases. Then we want, oh, not 2, 3. 3, that's a 3. Then we want a single crochet. Then we want 2 SC increases. So that should give us 6 increases and 2 single crochets. Right, let's just see. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is 6. Just double checking I'm not telling you the wrong thing. All right, so move that. Do the single. This one's an increase, so we're going to do 2, but we'll put the marker back so we don't lose where we're at. two into one, then we do a single crochet, and then we want 3 increases, so that's 2 into the one stitch 3 times. So that's the first stitch, 1 and 2, that's our second increase, and then 3. All right, it's giving us like an oval shape, which is the nose. Then we have another single crochet. So we're up to here. Now we want 2 single crochet increases, and that will be our last 2 stitches. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. All right, so that is our next one done. All correct. I can actually see it's correct because I had the right amount left. Now we need to change to our other colour, so we'll just get that out. There's the end, there's the end. So we're going to have a green dog. What I'm going to do, I'm not going to tie a knot. I will just hold it. So our next row, before I do that, so I'll just right here, we're going to change colour, next stitch. Okay, we're going to do that here. So number 3 is just SC around, and because we're changing colour too, so we've got to be careful with it. As you can see from here, my dog has a freckle because I was a bit slow in changing colour. That's where we're at, by the way. So pick up the string. I just dropped it again. I've just put the hook through the next stitch, and I'm just gonna no, I'll pull through the brown and we'll change on the top. They both give you different placements for colour. We want the top stitch to be the new colour. Hold that out the way, hold that out the way, and pull through with the new colour. So this one is just single crochet around. So I'm just going to do, say, 2 stitches, 1 and 2, and then we'll put it down. We'll use my little snips, and we will cut that one and that one. That string out the way, and I'm just going to tie these together with a surgeon's knot, which is over twice, pull it tight, and then with the other one over twice. And that way it can be undone, but it tightens on itself. And we also want our first stitch to be marked. All right, so we just go around with this. We are not increasing, and what this will do is it'll make the shape cup a little bit, as in curl up a little. We don't need that anymore until we do the eyes. My hook's cold, that's why it's squeaking a little bit. I find that if your hook's not warm, some yarn squeaks. Some yarn squeaks anyway because it's cheap yarn, but other yarns you need your hook warm so that it flows better. And we are back with the last one. All right, so we've changed colour. We've started it curling over, and that's our nose. This nose looks a bit bigger because it's been stuffed, but it's pretty close to the same size. All right, so the next thing we want to do is find our texture. All right, so we want number 3. No, this is 4. We've already done 3. We are SC increase. Then we want to SC times 3, so that's 1 in each one. And then we want 1 SC increase. We don't need the 1, we're only writing it once. and then we want SC times 2, so that's 2 single ones, SC increase, and then SC times 3. Right, so that should give us 8 increases and 10 single crochets. Yes, that's what we're doing. Always got to check that what's here matches with what I've got over here. I know what works over there. All right, so our first one is another increase, so that's just 1 and put the marker back in, and then a second one in the same place, and then we want 3 stitches, so that's 1, 2 and 3. Now another increase, 1 and 2. We're up to here, and now 2 single ones, 1 and 2, another in. All right, so we are doing the first stitch. I threw it away. Okay, so our first stitch is a single crochet increase, then 3 single crochets, then another increase, then 2, then another increase, then 3, then another increase, then 3 again. So I'll show you how to do that. So we've got 1 in there already, so our first increase is 2 in the same hole, and then we want to single crochet 3, 1, 2 and 3. Next is another increase, so that's 1 and 2, and then single crochet 2 separate ones. Then we want another increase, 1 and 2, and then we want 3 single crochets, 1, 2 and 3. Then we want another increase here, 1 and 2, and then 3 single crochets to finish, 1 and 2 and 3. All right, so that's that one done, and we have 19 single crochets at the end of that row. Next row is just single crochet around. That's our symbol for just do all the way around. Make sure that you keep putting your marker back in the first stitch, so I'll just do that, and off we go. Okay, so we have finished that, and now we have to start doing shaping. Now what we want on the dog, we want this to stay fairly flat, and we want the increases to be underneath so that it goes up like that. So this is a shorter angle and that's a longer angle. So where our marker is, that will be the top of the dog's nose, and this will be the underneath. So we're going to try, we still need to keep expanding, but we're going to try and put all the increases underneath. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do single crochet times 11. Then we want to do single crochet increase by 3, and then we want to single crochet times 4. Now that should work out if I know my counting good enough. So we just take this out. This is our first one. Put that in there. Put that back. So we want 11. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now I'll just show you. 11 has got us, this is where our marker is, around to the other side. So now we're going to put some increases in. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and that should leave us 4. No, it's left us 5. Must have miscounted somewhere. All right, I'm going to do the 5, but I'm going to put a marker on there. 2, 3, 4 and 5. So it's 5. So I'm only 1 out. So this ended up being 5. Okay, so that is 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So we've got 22 stitches there. Only 1 out. I don't think that's too bad. All right, so what we might do is we will just do another round. This is row 7. That's a very bad 7, but it's 7. So this is just single crochet all around. All right, I'm going to do that so that it gets us a bit away from this increase with the shaping, and we will go on with the next one. All right, so I've just done the single crochet round, but I went back and I put 1 more stitch here so that this was still 4, and what that's done is it's made this increase underneath a little bit more central. Yeah, so that's correct now. It's still 22 stitches. I've just shifted where the increase was across 1 so it's more central. And so we've done a plain row as well, and that has splayed out this bottom. If you look at it that way, you can see it, how the top is just fairly flat and then the bottom's spreading out at the bottom. That's what we want. We want, like, it's like a lopsided funnel shape. So the next thing we want to do is we want to single crochet times 8. So that's 8 single ones. Then we want a single crochet increase. Then we want to single crochet times 4. Then another increase. Then single crochet 4 again. And then lastly another increase. Now this should give us 25 single crochets. We shall see if it does. So what that's going to do, just before I do it, it's going to give us the flat spot at here. Then it's going to be an increase, then another flat spot, another increase, flat spot, and then another increase to get us back. So it's going to widen the sides, but not the top and the bottom. That's the plan. It should work. It's worked once already. Put that in there. And this pattern has not been tested. This is just me writing notes from making this one. That's why we have these little oopses. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So that's our first 8. Then we have an increase, and 2, and then we have 4 stitches. Come on. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then we have another increase, 1 and 2. Then we have another 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's our second lot of 4. And then another increase. And then 3. So something's happened. Let me just check. I'll just do that and then pull it out and check. All right, so we are there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So we do have 25, but we also have single crochet times 3 at the end. So I didn't count very well, did I? But it's done. It's done. All right. So what this has done, I'll put that down. We are looking at it. We're just at the eyes, just here. And if we go that way, yeah, see, that looks wrong. It should be there. So that's where we're at, where the eyes are. So after this, we have a few straight rows. Let me just turn my page so I'm not telling you the wrong thing. We do one more row around. Double check. No, we don't. Yes, right here. So rows 9 to 11. So that's 9, 10, 11. That's 3 rows. 3 rows are just single crochet around. And you don't need to see me do that. So I will get that done. Okay, so we've just done the 3 rows of plain single crochet. This is the top of our nose here, and this is the bottom. It's still making a funnel shape, but this side is got no increases on it, whereas this does have the increases. So the next thing we need to do is we need to basically set up for where we're putting the eyes. We're pretty much right on top of them. So this is row 12. Yeah, this is the setup for the eyes. So this will be single crochet increase, but then we want to repeat that all the way around. And what that'll do is it will put a row of increases to make the head suddenly get quite a bit bigger. See, it's this row here. I don't know if you can see that. And it blows out the head, makes it bigger suddenly, and that gives you a good definition between the snout and the skull. Well, the snout's part of the skull, but you know what I mean. If you look at it this way, you can see where that row is. It's right around there. And so we need to get that done. I'm not going to show you the whole row. What I'll do is I will just do a couple. So that we've done our first one. And then 1 and 2. A single one. And then 2. Into the same hole. Single one, 2. And you just carry that on all around. And if you look now, you can see it's already like making like a flange. That's my big word for today. It's spreading it out. So we'll go and get that done. All right. So we've done that. So that's our eye row. Look at it the right way up, this way. So I'm going to give you the next couple of instructions because it's a fairly systematic thing now. So this is row 13. This one is just SC all the way around. Then row 14, and now see what we did up here. We are doing a very similar thing, but we are going to start with the SC increase, and then we're going to SC times 2, and that's going to be repeated all the way around. Then after that, so we've got 2 rows, so that's 15 and 16. Put them in a big bubble so we know they're in an instruction. Oh, and 17. So that's 3 rows. They're just SC all the way around. So after we've done that, so that is, we are here. So plain row, another increase row, and then 3 plain rows. Well, what that's going to do, we're just here now, plain row, increase row, 3 plain rows. After that point, we have to decrease because we've got to the widest part of the skull. Now we're going to bring it in. So I'm going to get those done. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 rows. And then I will show you the decreases because we're on the home straight. I will also show you where to place your eyes, and we need to make the little, what what would you call these? Eyeshadow? Under eyeshadow? We will do them when I've done these 5 rows, because you'll be able to seat the eyes once those rows are done. We have done those 5 rows. What I do when I got to do straight rows is I put the marker on the side of the stitch rather than on the top. That way I don't have to move it each time. So I'm about to do the first stitch of the next row because it lines up. I also have 50 stitches around the whole lot. And I've had that for the last couple of rows. So I'll just do this one stitch, then we will move the marker. So that's saying it's our first stitch. Now we can put the eyes in now, but what I might do is I might just do the first decrease and plain row, mainly because my instructions are on the next page, and if I turn over I'll forget to do them. So it's just, we're going to go like this so we can fit all our instructions on this one page. So we are over here, and this is number 18, so we'll put an 18 here, and we want to go, this is brackets because we're going to be repeating it, SC times 9, SC decrease. Now if you remember before, that is an amigurumi decrease, and then we reckons it does it 4 times, and we'll have 7 stitches left. I'm going to write that down, but I don't think that's right. Actually, I'll leave it out. I'll leave it out. We should be able to go all the way around. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All the yarn on the floor. Now, amigurumi decrease is only in the front loops. Pick up a loop from the next 2 stitches and pull it through. So we'll do another one. All right, so that's 4 of those. Where are we? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 of those. So maybe I was right. Is there 7 left? 1, 2, 3, 4. There is. Okay. Previous me did know what I was doing. So that's 4, and then you just have SC times 7 at the end. Right, and that should give us 47 single crochets. And now the row after this is just SC around, so I won't show you that. Once this is done, we'll be back to do the eyeshadow pieces. All right, so that's done. So that was these 2 over here, and what we might do is we will do this first stitch here, and then we'll put the stitch marker onto that stitch, so that way we know it's the first one, but we also don't lose our working loop. If I can get the stitch not to split. There we go. Come on, get over. There we go. All right, so we've done that. This is the top of our dog's head. Put this one next to it. Fairly close in size, which is great. We like close in size. So the next thing we want to do, if you remember from the picture we're working from, the dog had like a patch under its eye. Now, the way I worked out how to do this is we used the magic ring. So if you've never done a magic ring before, it's over like that, and you make a cross on the back of your hand. So I start that again. Over like that. See how that's like an angle? And then you go like that. And then you go under that. So under there, over there, twist and pick up. Now, if you want to be a bit more secure with your magic rings, go twice. So it's still there. This time, I'm going under the 2, over, and then like that. What that does is it gives you another ring to go around. It makes it just a little bit more secure. So all we're going to do here is we're going to single crochet 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now this was the trick I figured out. We get our eye and we put it in there, and we are joining. Yes, we are. Just checking my notes. Holding the eye like this, tighten up your magic ring. Now, I didn't do this last time with the double, and I can see it's going to stuff up. So what we're going to do, we're going to go with the normal magic ring, only because of the tightening it around the eye. So we'll do that again. So it's just single crochet 6, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now I'm going to pull that a little bit tight before I put it in, just so that we've got a bit of, actually what I might do, I'll be even smarter. Actually no, I can't be smart. You got to put it in this way so you can join them up. So pull it tight, and it was a lot easier when I did it the other day. We want to join with a slip stitch to there. So let's just join that. All right, now tighten it. That's better. All right, now it's doing what I want it to do. Now we want to chain 2, 1 and 2. We want to half double crochet 3. So just pull it out a little bit and do a half double crochet. So that's 1, 2, and just pull it out a little bit more, 3. So now we chain 1, and then we want to slip stitch into the next chain. And yeah, just do a single chain. Actually, I usually do 2, and then use our little snips, cut that off, pull that through. All right, so that's made our patch. Pull this tight so that it's tight around the safety eye back, the post. Put that down so I can see what I'm doing. That's taut. Now I tied these two together. This also helps the magic ring stay. Right, and then again. So that's put the patch, we've made the patch and we've put it on the eye. And then we go to our dog and we find that increase row. All right, there's an increase, there's an increase. All right, so it's this row here. Now, if you look at mine, the increase row is just below the middle of where the eyes are. So there's the eyes. I'm just going to put this one right here. So that's the increase row. This is the plain row. So it's the one above it. Squish it through. Now turn it so that you've got the patch where you want it. And then these are really old safety eyes. They've got metal backs, which are so much easier than these modern plastic ones. Pop, pop, pop it. And that's my eye in. Now, what I'm going to do is I am just going to use my hook, push it through where I want it to. I'm going to grab one of the ends, pull it through to the back, and then I'm going to push the hook up somewhere else. If I can get that one, I'll do that one. It's not going to let me. Let's go there. And then I'll pull through this one. So that's just pulled these ends into the head, and that's our little eye patch. You can do one eye patch, you can do 2 like the picture, entirely up to you, but that's how we do the eye patch. The eye is now attached and we can carry on. So you do the same thing with the other eye. I'm not going to do that right now because I'm just showing you how to do it. I'll have to decide what I'm going to do with a green dog. If you see here, the increases have made little bumps there. There's a bump there and there, but there's two fairly, and you can line up your eyes with those. All right, so that's that bit done. There's your eye patch. Now I'm just going to write out for the eyes. Let's do the eyes down here. So these are, I will call these eye patches. Right? So you magic ring, then you want to single crochet 6, tighten around post, join with a slip stitch, chain 2, just move this up so we've got room, chain 2, then we want a HDC 3, then we want to chain 1, slip stitch to next single crochet. That was from the 6 at the beginning, and then you want to tie end to magic ring end, and that will secure it for you. Then you want to put the eye in where you want to position it, then pull ends in with hook in 2 separate spots, and then you can tie them off. You don't need to weave them in. Once they're tied inside, that's fine. So that little bit there is just for the eye patch. I made 2, but it's up to you how many you want to make. And what I'm going to do when the dog's all finished, I will just go around and just spread them out slightly and sew them down so they don't curl up. They're not too bad. I may leave them just to flatten them down a little bit if you need to. You might not need to. If they don't curl up, I probably won't. So that's the eye patches. So now we need to finish off decreasing the dog's head. So the next thing you want to do is it's saying 20. It's not. It's 20, not 21. Oh, I see. I made the eye patch instruction too. We want to single crochet 6, single crochet decrease, and we want to repeat that all around, and we should finish off with single crochet 5 at the end and a single crochet decrease. Yes, we are running out of space here. So that is row 21. Double check I'm telling you the right thing. That was 9. Yes, 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 we're all good. We're all good. We're nearly done. All right, so getting back to here. Now you can work with the eyes in. It's not a problem. Just be aware of what your strings are doing. Just tuck them in. I have to figure out what I'm going to do with the green dog head. Now we've got to remember that was our first stitch, so we need to put our stitch marker back into there. Double check we've done it right. Yes. Okay. So we're now over here, and we're doing single crochet 6. So that's 1, 2. Hang on, that's loop a bit too big. Try now. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we're going to do a decrease, the same kind of decrease we've done before. It's an amigurumi decrease. And then again. Alrighty, we just did that. And this was just single crochet 6 at the end. It doesn't really look like a 6, does it? Single crochet 6. Don't know what that other thing was there for. Don't need it. Alright, so we've done all that. So the next thing we need to do, now I'm seriously running out of room here. I'll see if I can fit one in here because this one's an easy one. So this is 21, and that is just single crochet around. That's fine. And then I think we might need to change our page. So I'm going to go like this so that you can grab a copy of this page because it's getting pretty full. We are at 21, so I'll just do that. Now I'm going to change. We want to go to row 22. Back again. Head, continued. 22. All right, so we did that one. So now it is single crochet times 5, comma, single crochet decrease. And this is repeated around. And by my notes, it reckons I have a single crochet 4 at the end. We shall see. We shall see. And then after that, this is 23, is single crochet all the way around. That's fine. And then it's 24. I'm going to give you a couple because they're pretty simple. All right, this one is single, this one's a bit different. Single crochet decrease, right, because we're swapping where they are, so they're not going to make a line. Then we want single crochet times 4. Repeat that around. It reckons there's a single crochet 3 at the end of that one. We shall see. Right, so we don't have another row here, another plain row. This one goes straight into single crochet times 2, single crochet decrease. Yep, and then it reckons there's a single crochet 3 at the end. Okay. These ones at the end, I'm not sure until I do them, but we'll go for that. Right, so I might leave it there because that's quite a bit. So we've got to do 1, 2, 3, 4 more rows, and we are actually already coming in, so we'll be getting down to quite low numbers. I might see if I can put numbers here while I do it so you know how many I have, and I will just get that done. Okay, so that's all been done. I'll just pull that big so you can see. Get myself some more string. I don't know how people roll from the outside. It's so annoying. All right, so this is our little dude compared to that one. You got to imagine it with stuffing. It's pretty close to the same size. This was correct. There was single crochet 4, and then there was a last decrease equals 35 stitches. This one was single crochet 3 at the end and 29 stitches. This one was wrong. It was single crochet 1 and 21 stitches. So those 3 are done. Now I'm not going to show you any more rows because at this point in time what we need to do, row 26 is, let me find it on my piece of paper, SC decrease SC times 2, right? So that one is done all the way around. And then you have to stuff, otherwise your hole will get too small. This is why I'm stopping, because if I'm going to keep making this green dog, I have to put the other eye in because we stuff it now. So the hole's getting quite small as it is. You could stuff at this point or at the next row, your choice. And you want to stuff the point of the nose quite firmly and then back, and then use little pieces, pack it out, and then go to the bigger stuff. Don't just put a big wad in. Little pieces. Use the end of your crochet hook. It's good to help push in. So we stuff there, and then the next row, row 27, is all the way around SC decrease. Okay, that apparently it could be 1 or 2 off, should be 10 stitches. And then you want to cut, leaving long tail. Use needle, that's a yarn needle, to weave in and out, can't spell, of the remaining stitches, and then you pull it up to close, pull up to close hole, and you can see that here on mine. So we are, how much, we're pretty close, so that's that row there, and so there's one more row and then we gather it in, and then to close the hole, and then use needle to secure end and hide it. Okay, hopefully you have enough experience making amigurumis and toys to know what that means. Basically, when your hole is small enough, you under over, pull it tight, make a knot, and then crisscross over so that this is quite strong, because this is the back of the head, and you want to stuff quite firmly, because what happens with the polyester stuffing that most stuffing is, it compresses down. Like this was rock hard, and look now I can squish it right in. So we are going to soft sculpture, which will firm it up a little bit more for you, but that's what you need to get done, and that is the whole pattern. I'll move this out the way so you can get a good look at this. This is the second part. I might just put second page. Hopefully you can read my writing. So next week we will either be doing the ears and tail or the feet. I haven't decided yet. They're both about the same amount of work. You need 2 ears and tail and 4 legs. So if I get enough time I'll do them both, but I probably won't do them both as one sitting. There'll be 2 sittings, I think. It'll be one or the other. I haven't decided yet. We also need to do the soft sculpture on the face, but we need to have the ears ready. So maybe I'll do the ears and tail next. The tail should be quite easy. I'll get the ears ready, so you'll have a pattern for the ears. You'll need to make 2, and that way we can do the soft sculpture, put the ears on, put the head on the basket. So he will be sitting like that. So that's for next week. I hope this was clear for you. Sorry about the little flubs, but like I said, I'm working this out the same as you. I'm only a little bit ahead of you. And I will see you on the next episode. Please like, share and subscribe, and I hope your dog's going well.